Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
And it's a good way to begin the end of the week. We thank the Lord for his goodness and his love towards us, which is so exhilarating, is perfect. And I thank the Lord that I'm here today to divulge to you this very sacrosanct information. It's a massive update on the grant disbursement, and which is the final countdown to a payout. And I want to say that after what seemed like an endless journey of patience, persistence, and hope, we are now standing at the doorstep of victory. Significant progress has been made behind the scenes in the past few days, and it's only fair that you, the beneficiaries and pioneers who have stood strong, get a full and transparent update regarding where we are at a time like this. So I'm going to classically give you a breakdown or a torrent of how do I put it now? A torrent of transition that the ecosystem had evolved with over time, ranging from when the big boys were settled to where we are right now and what's ahead of us. So I'm going to classically give you a breakdown. Now, first off, for settling the big boys, this is very important so that you know why we're at the stage where we are right now. Now, settling the big boys, I could classify that as clearing the roadblocks. Now, last week, an essential but often invisible process took place, which is the top decision makers. Sometimes they are being referred to as the big boys. They were finally settled. Now, for those wondering, settled, what does it mean? It simply means that the influential stakeholders, those big boys in that echelon, in that circle, they are very influential, and they needed to be approved and endorse certain things or facilitate the final release of these funds. They were properly attended to. This step is never talked about so openly, but it is critical to clearing the invisible roadblocks that often stall major disbursement of this nature. Now, without their cooperation, even after all verifications and screenings have been done, the grant would have still remained trapped in bureaucracy. So their settlement, the big boy settlement, was seen as a strategic move to ensure that no one will stand in the way of the funds being released to the rightful beneficiaries, which is you now in question. So in other words, if they were not taken out of the way, you will still be hearing bureaucracy, because let's not deceive ourselves. In this country, certain people have legs more than the others, and just what you wanted is your fund, but there are powers, there are forces behind the scene, and if those forces are not taken care of, they might be ex-officials, they might be retired officials, but you see, they have a stake. They hold certain stake within the political organs that if they are not taken out of the way, they will still impede the process. So it is a strategic move to get them out of the way, to ensure that no one stops the disbursement of this grant. So I want to state that categorically clear. Now, secondly, the check was collected at CBN yesterday, which was a major milestone. That yesterday marked a historic moment in the journey that is towards this grant payout, and the official check for the disbursement was collected at the Central Bank of Nigeria. This was not just an ordinary step. Collecting that check from the CBN means that the money is no longer theoretical. It's no longer a paper or audio money. It has been physically released and it is ready to be processed for payments. So the months of endless meetings, verifications, back and forth documentations, and internal approvals have finally yielded a glorified result. So the check collection is signaling that the transition from approval to action has been enforced. I want you to know that. It also means that the grant is no longer under the control of policymakers. It has been handed over to the stakeholders responsible for direct disbursement. But I want to put a bit of tag on it. When you talk about they collecting it inside the account, they have not really collected inside their account, but it has shifted from the policymakers into a bridge between the stakeholders and them, the policymakers. I'm going to get to that in a jiffy. So this is a huge leap forward for you and I. Now, thirdly, the launching ceremony, which is going to formalize the disbursement. Today, from a reliable source, I put a call across to someone at a high echelon of powers, which some of you possibly might have known or had the name before, but I just want to close some of this right now. But I personally put a call across to the individual and got a detail from the person, so that let's know where we are and let's know what is happening right now. So I got wind that today a launching ceremony is scheduled to take place for the stakeholders. And when we talk about stakeholders, now we know them, the likes of the county director, that the grant handlers, they are the stakeholders now based on their definition of stakeholders. Contrary to what my general definition of stakeholders are, that as long as you have involvement there, you are a stakeholder. But they chose to call theirs stakeholder for the grant handlers. Fine, there's no problem about that. So when I say stakeholders now, you know who I'm talking about, the grant handlers. So today there's going to be a launching ceremony. That is if it has not started. It's going to still, or if it is ongoing process, presently, it was meant to hold today, the launching ceremony, which is scheduled to take place for the stakeholders. And it wouldn't just be a casual event, it would be a formal, symbolic and procedural gathering where the stakeholders would officially acknowledge the commencement of the disbursement phase. So a lot of things is going to be circled in that launching. The ceremony will serve different purposes, multiple purposes. The first is going to validate the process before the high-level observers and regulatory bodies. It's also going to ensure transparency in the distribution chain. Then finally, it would officially hand over authority to stakeholders to start paying out to the next tiers. And it is at this event that the final schedule for the disbursement to stakeholders will be confirmed, and further directives will be issued regarding how the funds will trickle down to the beneficiaries. So it's very importantly. Now, fourthly, the payment to the stakeholders is the immediate next step. After the launch is concluded, the payment to the stakeholders is the immediate next step. So immediately after the launching ceremony has been completed, the stakeholders are expected to start receiving their payments as early as tonight. This dog always makes noise. I hope you could hear me. So the stakeholders are expected to start receiving their payments as early as tonight. And if not tonight, then definitely within the next few days. That is by next week at the latest. So once they are paid, the process will no longer be theoretical for anyone. It will now become an active distribution chain. Their payments are crucial because they act as the first domino. And once they receive their share, the stakeholders, once they receive their share, they will immediately begin the process of transferring funds down to the registered beneficiaries, the pioneers, and all individuals who hold legitimate and verified slots within this ecosystem. This step is non-negotiable and irreversible once it begins. And that is why our prayers at this time should not be stopped. You know, the strategic move to sidestep the big boys have been done. Then the launching ceremony is on, and the payment to the stakeholders is the one that follows immediately suit. You see that all of these hierarchies, the way it trickles down to how it's going to get to you, they are very, very important. Now, fifthly, what this means for beneficiaries and the slot holders. If you are among those who have secured a slot within any of the NGOs, or your name has been confirmed in the verified list of pioneers and beneficiaries, this is your moment to be on high alert. In other words, make sure that as was being preached all along, your banking details are accurate and they are up to date. Try as much as possible to be handy with your group heads, that is your CEOs, whatever the case is, or very close to the person who collected your details to submit to your NGO heads and all that. Just ensure that you follow up on this channel for regular updates. Your phone lines are reachable. You stay connected to official communication platforms for real-time updates, as we always give right on this platform. Remember that once the stakeholders are funded, payment will start flowing down with increasing speed. There might not be any further public announcement before you receive your alert. It could simply happen at any moment, and this is why staying ready is very critical, being on high alert. Now, I want to call for a patience and readiness. It's very important to understand that while we are finally at the last leg of the process, some minor delays may still occur due to maybe banking processes or whatever they call it within this time. This is the weekend, so normally you don't expect them to keep on working within the weekends, but as from Monday work begins again, then I think on Thursday, either Friday or so, we hope that before they get to that time where there is a holiday, the workers there, I think there's a holiday there, they must have covered a lot of chances. You understand? I pray so. I so much pray so. So we just, unlike before, there are no longer fundamental delays. They are just operational formalities now that we can talk about. Before, delay was the deal. But you see, that's why I said every day we get better and better. The information we get right now compared to the ones we used to get before, you could see that there's a considerable progress, a lot of progress that we have recorded right now compared to what we used to have. Very important. So, in other words, the journey is no longer about if the grant would be disbursed, but what time, when, and that when is now counted in days, not months or years anymore, but within days. That will begin to talk about the disbursement of the grant. So you have waited, you have endured, and now your moment is here. Every silent prayer, every hopeful day, every words of encouragement that is shared with others, all of it has led to this breakthrough at this time. So this update represents a turning point in the entire grant process. The years or months of patience, efforts, and persistence are finally yielding results. Yes, very much they are yielding results. So I want you as a person to stay expectant, stay positive. The seeds of your patience are about to bear fruit. We will continue to bring you verified updates as each stage unfolds. The next time you hear from us, it could very well be that the alerts have started dropping. This is Princess Seed Channel, and we bring you updated content concerning our expectations, and we believe that all our years of toiling, sowing, and seeding would never be in vain. We pray that everyone who have invested into this scheme would be blessed, and they will receive the reward of their long waiting season, that we will celebrate together. I will be more of your friend, you'll be more of my friend when this moment is ended. I believe that congratulations for us in advance is right before us, because you deserve this. You have waited and you deserve all of this. So I just felt it's important to take us through all of this process, right from when the big boys were paid down to the time that the stakeholders collected the check at CBN, and now that they're talking about the launching for the check today, and then the payment which could drop tonight. And if it is not today's Friday, if it doesn't drop for the stakeholders tonight, then we talk about next week. And before the holiday of next week comes, a lot of grounds would have been covered towards the disbursement to all of the slot holders or the beneficiaries. And we're just within the season of celebration. So keep hope alive, and we'll be drawing the curtain right now until I come your way again. Have a beautiful Friday ahead of you, and bye for now.